Just as we have a unique thumbprint, every single one of us has a unique path to Allah. There are that archetypes and spiritual paths in general that people follow, but still within that, everybody's path is individual in the end, and it's unique. And they say the number of paths to Allah are the number of breaths in creation. So what you and I need to do is to find out what is our path in general, what is our path specifically, and what are the things that we should be focusing on. So this touches on the essence of what this aphorism is trying to get at. And so if Allah Ta'ala has placed someone within the means, and they have to earn a livelihood and earn a living, again, this is not a bad thing. This is a good thing. However, is that earning a living is not something that's easy. Earning a living takes a lot of patience. It requires a lot of knowledge to do it right. It requires a degree of scrupulousness. It requires a number of different attributes. And sometimes, for people, when they're taking, and again, this is assuming that these people are taking the spiritual path seriously, even though that they're earning a living, which is also proof, this whole idea that you either have to free yourself up or you can't embark upon the spiritual path. No, is that everyone has to should travel the spiritual path, wherever you are, whatever it is that you're doing. And don't think that you have to free yourself up and leave work to travel the spiritual path. No, this is something that relates to the heart. And so as people are treading the spiritual path, if they're within the realm of the means, they might think that, oh, I actually need to free myself up and have to be like those who are outside of the means and don't have to earn a livelihood to really tread the path to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And if Allah has placed you in the means, what the author is telling us is that's a shahwa khafiyya. That's a hidden passion. And the reason it's a hidden passion is because you are putting what you want before what Allah wants. That's why it's a passion. And the reason that it's hidden is because it seems like it's something that's good, i.e., moving from a state where you're earning a living to where you're just focusing completely on the worship of Allah. But the reality is, you might be striving for something that you're not ready for yet. And if it really is a hidden passion, it will prove true when you do it that you weren't ready for it. And it will actually harm you more and derail you more than were you to have just stayed where you were in the first place. And there's also a legal dimension to this as well. As the authors who comment on this, they say, is that if someone is doing something within the realm of the means that's of benefit, you have to keep doing it. And there's a beautiful hadith in the collection of Ibn Majah that says, إِذَا صَبَّبَ اللَّهُ لِأَحَدِكُمْ رِزْقًا مِنْ وَجْهٍ. If Allah Ta'ala has that facilitated for one of you some form of sustenance from in a particular way or in a particular area, فَلَا يَدَعْهُ. He shouldn't abandon that حَتَّى يَتَّغَيَّ لَهُ أَوْ يَتَّنَكَّ لَهُ, until that changes for him or it's no longer possible. I.e., if Allah opens up a door for your sustenance in a particular place and you're within the realm of the means, that you shouldn't leave that if Allah is facilitating it. Now, if the doors are closing and you're not intending and things start changing, and there's obviously other etiquettes, and I encourage everyone to read those etiquettes. I think it's in chapter 5 of the book that I mentioned of the translation of the Yahya, where it talks about things that are signs that need to be there for you to that really be earning a living in a way that is pleasing to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So if Allah Ta'ala has placed someone in the means, we should be content where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has placed us. And we should not see those means as preventing us from the spiritual path. On the contrary, that we should approach the means as a way of drawing us near to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And if we think that we need to withdraw from society, to be that in a state of worship where we're not that involved in any that form of the means outwardly, that's from a shahwa al-khafiyya. That's from a hidden passion. And there won't be any blessing in what it is that we're doing, because that we're putting what we want before what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants from us.